Hello and thanks for joining us. This is the Signature 30 Minutes. I am Obomano Marvelous. In the headlines, Imo State Governor Okorocha's aide, 13 orders granted 70 million naira bail. COVID-19 gender-based violence on the rise in Nigeria, says Minister of Women Affairs. Police nabbed 9 robbery suspects in Abuja. And now the details. The Minister of Women Affairs, Dame Pauline Tallen, says the rate of gender-based violence has increased since the coronavirus pandemic. She said this while playing host to the United Nations Deputy Secretary General, Amina Mohammed, on Monday. The visit was to strengthen and encourage the Ministry of Women Affairs to do more in curbing gender-based violence and marginalization of women. Signature TV correspondent Obomano Marvelous tells us more. The Minister of Women Affairs, Dame Pauline Tallen, told the United Nations envoy that gender-based violence has increased since the pandemic. She said that the ministry needs support in the area of empowerment, the inclusion of women in the political space, adding that issues affecting women should not be left in the background.
We've been working so hard to see that those that have been abused, those that have been completely bastardized, and those that have gone through so much within the lockdown and in their various homes, these great women have reached out and have supported the ministry in different ways. We have made remarkable progress in addressing gender-based violence in the country. Today, the issue has taken a front burner in national discourse, and it is heartwarming to note that there has been remarkable synergy in data generation between the federal, states, and local government level. For instance, data validation occurs at 2 levels, from the State Ministry of Women Affairs to the final point where the data captured at the state is validated at the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs. The Senate and the National Assembly Committee on Women are working closely with us, and we are enjoying their support. We enjoy the support of Mr. President of the Senate and the Speaker, because they've lent their voice strongly condemning and saying no to gender-based violence. The wives of governors, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dr. Aisha Muhammadu Buhari, in collaboration with all wives of governors at the state levels, have lent their voice.
On her part, the United Nations Deputy Secretary General, Amina Mohammed, said that Nigeria needs to channel its energy towards things that will unite the nation rather than divide it. She called on the public service to be strengthened, saying that public servants have a role to protect the rights of those who elected them. According to her, the COVID-19 pandemic has brought about so many challenges for countries of the world, but Nigeria needs to unite together to fight it, adding that its moral and social values binds it together as one entity.
However, we all individually, at whatever level of responsibility we have a duty to try to augment that, to make that work. And 2 things that give me great concern, and I can speak here to the institutions, the public service institutions for which you joined for 30, 35 years to serve Nigerians. We have to do something about that, because the social contract between people and government is really not in a good place. It has to be strengthened. The rights of the people are only as good as they are delivered. And the delivery of those basic rights are in the local government, the state government, and the federal government. Every public servant has a duty to try to execute those rights.
Amina expressed satisfaction on how the ministry has protected the right of women through its National Situation Room, which helps to track gender-based violence cases in the country. Obomano Marvelous for Signature TV, Abuja. A magistrate court in Owerri has granted bail to an aide of ex-Imo State Governor Okorocha and 13 others at 5 million naira bond bail on each of the defendants. The magistrate B.U. Adikaibe, who ruled on the bail application made for the release of the defendants, also insisted that a traditional ruler in the state or a member of his cabinet must stand in as a surety. Justice Adikaibe said the decision to grant the bail application by the counsel to the defendant, Aide Onyema, is owing to the fact that the charges against the defendants are bailable offences, even though the prosecuting counsel had earlier objected to the bail. The 14 persons were arraigned before the court by the State Commissioner of Police, Nasiri Mohammed, over a 6-count charge of conspiracy, disobedience to lawful order, willingly and unlawful destruction of the official seal of the Imo State government, conduct capable of causing a breach of peace, unlawful possession of firearms, and a defamatory action on social media against the governor of Imo State with intent to injure the reputation of the state governor and the person of Governor Hope Uzodinma. The case has been adjourned to March 18th. The Southeast Governors Forum has waded into the impasse between the Imo government and the state's former governor, Senator Rochas Okorocha. A squabble ensued between the both sides' supporters on February 21 when Okorocha allegedly broke into the Royal Spring Palm apartment, Owerri, sealed by the Imo State government on February 19th. Chairman of the forum, Governor David Umahi of Ebonyi State, in a statement signed by his special assistant on media and publicity, Francis Nweze, on Monday said that the forum was already handling the issue. Umahi said that contacts have already been made to resolve the impasse and assured that both parties have agreed to a truce. The forum's chairman urged Imo State and Southeast citizens to conduct their businesses peacefully and according to the law. Gunmen have abducted a lecturer with the University of Port Harcourt, Dr. Jones Ayuwo, and a first-class traditional ruler in Rivers State. Ayuwo of the Department of Linguistics and Communication Studies in Uniport was abducted on Sunday night along the Andoni-Ogoni Road while returning from the local government area of Andoni after a function by his local language Bible translation committee, which he serves as the secretary. 3 journalists with the Rivers State government on television who went for the coverage of the event were also attacked with their valuables and camera taken from them. The spokesperson of the University of Port Harcourt, Samuel Benu, who confirmed the abduction to newsmen, said no contact has been made with the family or the institution. At about the same time, the University of Port Harcourt lecturer was abducted. Gunmen also stormed the palace of a first-class traditional ruler, King Aaron Ikuru of Ikuru town in Andoni local government area, and whisked him away. The spokesperson of the Rivers State Police Command, Nnamdi Omoni, said the command has received the report of the abductions but yet to release detailed information. Negotiation with bandits and kidnappers as a means of rescuing kidnapped victims has become a norm in Nigeria. Many wonder whether negotiating with kidnappers and bandits would stop further kidnapping in Nigeria. Chibueze Obi, Signature TV correspondent, went to the streets of Abuja to get the reactions of the residents.
I'm beginning to think otherwise, that there are some forces that have been employed, by some unknown power tussle and power-hungry people who are bent in frustrating the peace and harmony of this country. It is the worst kind of atrocity that can be committed against us, against Nigeria, against the people of this country. How can we be negotiating with terrorists? How can we be listening to the terrorists giving us their own demand?
First of all, what is their agitation? What are they agitating for? Secondly, what is their own issue? What is their problem? So now, You are trying to tell me that every part of Nigeria now should carry arms and start hurting innocent Nigeria because they are grieved. If you are grieved, there are channels for you to table your grievance. Than to go and pick it, destroying school. Innocent students and children, our future generation, our future leaders. You go and capture them, you kill someone. They are allowed to even kill a young boy. A young boy, and somebody is telling me he want to go and negotiate with such inhuman criminal, the highest level of criminality. To me, is the worst thing that anybody or any individual can do.
Yes, it's a part of conflict resolution. It can't work. Sometimes killing will not solve the matter. Sometimes you have to offer olive brown flash, however they call it. You have to call for dialogue. Let me put that through. Dialogue can solve the issue. The negotiation should be a freedom out of money. It's a negotiation that money should not be the side attraction.
It's not going to stop it. It's going to increase it even the more. Because bandits have made it not government that the bandits they feel that this government cannot do anything anymore. Because by doing this kind of kidnapping, government will call them for negotiation. And for my own, if government should keep negotiating with those bandits, they are not helping matter. They are worsening the situation. If really they are really to protect us as a citizen, they should locate where they are and do the needful.
You cannot negotiate with these people, and you want to embolden them to do more. Everybody will turn into that because it's becoming a trade. It will now become a trade. So everybody wants to trade along that line. So it will not stop. Rather, it will increase and it will embolden. That's the only business that is going on in Nigeria. And so everybody will go that way. I think basically the government should not even talk about negotiation with the bandits. Not negotiation. I expected the government to arrest all of them. That would have served as a deterrent to others. Arrest them or kill all of them. It does not matter what they are criminals. So if you had killed them, you would have sent a wrong message to others to emulate. But where government is handling this with a glove hands, it means government is interested. Government is sponsoring this guy to empower them. That's my thinking.
The Minister of Defense, Major General Bashir Magashi, retired, says he is deeply pained by the crash of the Nigerian Air Force King 350 plane in Abuja, in which 7 members of the crew on board died. Magashi, who had been to the scene of the crash with the Aviation Minister, Hadi Sirika, the Chief of Air Staff, Air Vice Marshal Isiaka Amao, and others, described the death of the crew as an unfortunate depletion of the national human capital asset. A statement by the Special Assistant to the Minister of Defense on Media and Publicity, Mohammed Abdul Kadri, said their deaths in the line of duty will never be forgotten in the annals of the Nigerian military's effort to end national insecurity. While commiserating with the Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, President Muhammadu Buhari, the nation and the Nigerian Air Force in particular, as well as the families of those who paid the supreme price. Serving the nation, he prayed for the repose of their souls and the fortitude to bear the national calamity. The Nigerian Army has urged Nigerians to shun the use of social media to spread deliberate falsehood that could tarnish the image and reputation of the military. The Army was refuting in a viral video that surfaced online, allegedly depicting personnel of the Nigerian Army extorting drivers along Benin-Abo Expressway, demanding an illegal toll of 1,000 naira. The Director of Army Public Relations, Brigadier General M.M. Yerima, in a statement on Monday in Abuja, said that the situation was a deliberate misrepresentation of facts and fabrication of outright falsehood being orchestrated in the social media to tarnish the image and reputation of the military and would not be acceptable. General Yerima also reassured the law-abiding public that the Nigerian Army remains a very professional force that respects the fundamental human rights of the citizenry in line with global best practices. Meanwhile, Nigerians have been contesting the statement that the Army does not take bribes, with many of them recounting their experiences on social media. The Federal Capital Territory Police Command has arrested 9 robbery suspects along Jabi, Utako, Wuse, and Kwale axis. The suspects were arrested during different intelligence operations between February 10 to 18, 2021. The suspects are 20 years old Ada Johnson, Freedom Emmanuel, Friday Adanu, Abubakar Aliyu, 19 years old Ebere Ekweme, Gambo Alanana, Danjuma Gambo, 35-year-old Gideon Adaga, and Jude Godwin, who is 25 years. A statement on Sunday by the FCT police spokesperson, ASP Mariam Yusuf, said exhibits recovered from the suspects include 3 locally fabricated pistols, 1 unexpended cartridge, 4 cutlasses, 1 cutter, 3 television sets, 4 mobile phones, and 130,000 naira cash. The police said the suspects will be arraigned in court after investigation. The Federal High Court Abuja on Monday set aside the interim order through which the Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria (AMCON) seized property belonging to a businessman, Jimoh Ibrahim, for an alleged 69.4 billion debt. Justice Okon Abank, in a ruling, also vacated all consequential orders earlier made by the court on January 4th. Ibrahim, Nikon Investment Limited, and Global Fleet Oil and Gas Limited had prayed the court to set aside the order for non-disclosure and misrepresentation of material facts. They further prayed the court to order AMCON to pay 50 billion indemnity for alleged failure to conduct due diligence before obtaining the said order for misrepresentation and concealment of facts. The Debt Management Office says Nigeria has more than $5.83 billion foreign loans that have been approved but not yet disbursed. The DMO on its portal on Sunday listed a number of foreign loans that were to be disbursed as of December 31st, 2020. The disbursement of the loans will take the country's total foreign debt commitment to more than $37.8 billion. The country's external debt as of September 30th, 2020 stood at $31.9 billion. A table provided by the DMO titled External Loans Signed but Yet Disbursed as of December 31st, 2020 showed that a larger percentage of the loans would come from the International Development Association, a member of the World Bank Group. The outstanding loans from the group stand at about $3.27 billion. Another $1.25 billion is supposed to come from the Export-Import Bank of China. Apart from multilateral agencies, China has remained the nation's largest creditor. The Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) has called on the general public to wrongly interpret the update report on National Numbering Plan posted by the Commission on its official website. Specifically, the report published with the headline NCC allocates 383 million new telephone numbers to operators purported that the Commission allocated 383 million telephone lines to telecom service providers in the first quarter of 2021 alone. In a statement by the Director of Public Affairs, Dr. Ikechukwu Adinde, it said that update report posted on the Commission's website on Friday, 19 February 2021 under the heading The National Numbering Plan 2021 Q1 was the total number of telephone numbers allocated to all the telecommunication service providers since the inception of digital mobile services in the country in 2001. He said the update report is therefore by no means either an indication of new allocation or new activation of telephone numbers in Q1 2021, as wrongly interpreted. Dr. Adinde explained that the purpose of the National Numbering Plan in the telecommunications sector is to set up a uniform numbering scheme and the associated dialing procedures to be used in the networks to allow the subscribers and operators to set up calls. He asked the general public and all stakeholders to disregard the said report and be guided accordingly. Now to the stock market report. Transactions opened on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange on Monday with a 17 billion naira loss by the investors. The loss was as a result of a fall in the prices of United Capital PLC, WAPCO, Access Bank, Sterling Bank, and Fidelity Bank, which also traded high volume of shares. United Capital PLC and Zenith Bank shares were the most traded on the floor, with each trading over 20 million shares in over 420 deals. The equity capitalization fell to 21 trillion naira from 21.02 trillion traded on Friday. 17 billion naira loss. The all-share index therefore closed red at 40,150.9 points from 40,186.7 points. This was a 0.8% reduction. The number of stocks that was transacted on the floor was 289.3 million, valued at 3.57 billion naira. There were 20 gainers and 25 losers. UPDC Real Estate Investment Trust was the highest gainer. Other gainers include CHI PLC and Academy. However, African Prudential PLC shed 9.59% on its shares to top the losers chart. Other losers were Lasaco Assurance PLC and Niger Assurance PLC, which lost 9.52% and 8.7% respectively. On the foreign scene, United Nations Chief Antonio Guterres on Monday criticized countries that are using the pandemic to justify cracking down on opposition, reining in the media and suppressing criticism. Speaking at the opening of the United Nations Human Rights Council main annual section, Antonio Guterres charged that authorities in a number of nations were using restrictions meant to halt the spread of COVID-19 to weaken their political opposition. According to him, in some countries, pandemic-related restrictions are being used to subvert electoral processes, weaken opposition voices, and suppress criticism. Speaking in a pre-recorded video message to the largest virtual meeting of the Geneva-based body, the UN chief also decried widespread misinformation around the world about the coronavirus and the pandemic. Guterres dedicated much of his annual speech before the UN Stop Rights body to the wide-ranging effects of the pandemic. And now, entertainment. Nigerian singer and songwriter Olubankole Wellington, popularly known as Banky W, and wife Adeshua Aitomi, have announced the delivery of their first child. The couple both took to Instagram to share photos of their maternity shoot in celebration of Adeshua's 33rd birthday, which is today, February 22nd. Adesu in her post said, "Bundle of joy arrived 4 weeks ago." Banky W, while announcing the birth of their baby boy, paid tribute to his wife, describing her as beautiful and strong. He also appreciated God for turning their tears into triumph and for making everything beautiful in his time. The couple got married in November 2017 in Cape Town, South Africa, after they shut down Lagos with their star-studded traditional wedding. Before we end the news, a recap of our major stories. Imo State Governor Rochas Okorocha's aide, 13 others granted 70 million naira bail. COVID-19 has increased gender-based violence in Nigeria, says Minister of Women Affairs. Police nabbed 9 robbery suspects in Abuja. Please do well to stay safe. Maintain physical and social distance and wear your nose masks while going about your daily activities. And that's the signature 30 minutes. On behalf of my producer, Damilola Abudu, I am Obomanu Marvelous. Thanks for watching.